Okay, so welcome back, and in the last video we did the contrast technique on this Ork Boy to paint them up nice and quick, and I'm going to show you the oil wash technique to go on top of this just to give a really nice finish for very little effort. So I've got myself 3 oil paints here. I've got ivory black, got burnt umber, and I have sap green, all the Winsor & Newton line, which are really good oil paints. So we're going to do 2 washes. The first one is a 50-50 mix of burnt umber and sap green. That'll be for the skin, and then for the rest of the model we'll do a wash of ivory black, and that'll be over everything else. And some of the other things you might need to do this will be I've got makeup sponges to take off the excess wash after it's applied. So these are really cheap, you can get them on Amazon. So you'll need those. You'll also need white spirits to thin the oils, and you can get those just in any DIY store. I've got an old palette and some old brushes, and I grabbed this little container in an art store, which can be very helpful, just to hold excess white spirits. And I've also got a pipette, and you can easily pick out the white spirit with using this. It's much easier. So the way I've got some white spirit there in the palette, I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to add it to the mixes just slowly. And that's a technique that I use to slowly gradually build up the wash consistency, and then you're just mixing it and until you get a nice clear consistency, which is fully liquid and nice and transparent. You can see here, yeah, nice and transparent, and both the colors mixed into that sap green burnt umber mix. Okay, so I've got the model now, and we'll start applying the wash. I use one brush for each so I don't contaminate the colors. And I'm going to use the burnt umber sap green 50-50 mix on all of the skin. And I'm going to apply this really generously too, all over the skin. And then we're going to use the ivory black wash next. So we're going to grab it, and it will cover all of the other areas on the model. So try not to get it over the skin if you can. I've been again very generous with this, and then you'll have it looking something like this. And so from this stage, leave it for about 45 minutes to an hour. It's for the white spirits to start to evaporate. And then just come back and we'll grab our makeup sponge. And so came back after 45 minutes, and it'll look something like this. It'll be sort of a little drier, I guess. And we're going to take the sponge, we're going to lightly take off the excess that's on top. Okay, so we're like trying to take off as much as we can and leave the highlights on top, and the oil will be left in all the little nooks and crannies and create some nice shades. Okay, so after that, you've done the whole model. What you're going to do is leave it overnight, so for about 12 hours. I like to leave mine and let all the oil dry and do its thing, and then come back after that, and you can start to get an idea of what the oil has sort of done for your model. It'll leave this nice grim dark grainy effect. So come back after that, and then we'll see how it looks. So here it is, finished after letting it sit overnight. As you can see, got all those nice grainy, like dried shaded areas with the highlights on top. And this was literally probably about 10-15 minutes actual work, and I'm The rest was just waiting around for the oil wash to do its thing. And I'd highly recommend using this technique. You can get some great results for very little effort and very little time put into it as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video and it's been helpful. Give this technique a go alongside the contrast technique in the previous video, and yeah, let me know how it goes in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.